This book is called Edward the Emu, written by Sheena Knowles and Rod Clement. This animal is Edward, an emu. What can you tell about Edward? Edward is bored with his life at the zoo, and he thinks other animals are having more fun than he is. He wants to join them, but how could he do that? Let's read and see what Edward does. Edward the emu was sick of the zoo. There was nowhere to go. There was nothing to do. And compared to the seals that lived right next door, well, being an emu was frankly a bore. So when you say something and use the word frankly, you're talking about being honest about what you're saying. So Edward honestly feels bored about being an emu. So that night, when the zookeeper went home to bed, Edward jumped from his pen and he laughed as he said, "The seals are the best. Anybody can tell. So tomorrow I'll just be a seal as well." The next morning at 9, when they opened the zoo, the seals were swimming, and Edward was too. He dived in the water and basked in the sun, and he balanced a ball on his beak just for fun. So notice how these animals are looking at each other. How is Edward a little bit like the seal? Let's take a quick look at the picture on page 7. See if we know what's going to happen next. Well, Edward was really enjoying the day till he overheard someone from behind the fence say, "The seals are always amazing, it's true, but the lion's the best thing to see at the zoo." So that night, when the zookeeper went home to bed, Edward jumped from the pool and he smiled as he said, "The lion's the best. Anybody can tell. So tomorrow I'll just be a lion as well." The next morning at 9, when they opened the zoo, the lions were roaring, so Edward was too. He snarled at the ladies and growled at the men. Life was certainly grand for a lion in his den. Well, Edward was having a wonderful day, till a man in the crowd had the gumption to say, "The lion's a beast I shall always detest. The snakes are the things that I like to see best." The word detest means to hate. So he does not like to see the lions the most of all the things at the zoo. So Edward enjoyed what the seals were doing, but the lions are different. Could Edward be a little bit like a lion? What do you think? So that night, when the zookeeper went home to bed, Edward crept from the cage and he grinned as he said, "If the snakes are the best things, and that's what they say, then tomorrow I'll just be a snake for the day." Do you notice how all of the lines in this book rhyme? And every single morning, when he gets up, he's deciding to try to become a different animal. The next morning at 9, When they opened the zoo, the snakes were all hissing, and Edward was too. He slipped round the rocks. It was magic to see. Then he curled himself casually up round a tree. Well, Edward was just warming up for the day when he overheard one of the visitors say, "The snakes are impressive. I know that it's true, but the emu's by far the best thing at the zoo." So, let's see what happens. "The emu," gasped Edgar. "My goodness, that's me. I'm the thing that the gentleman most likes to see. Not the seals, not the lions, the snakes, and the rest. It's Edward the emu he likes to see best." So Edward's feeling pretty excited now. What do you think he'll do after hearing that comment? So that night, when the zookeeper went home to bed, Edward slipped out from the cage and he laughed as he said, "If the emu's the best, then it's easy then. Tomorrow, I'm Edward the emu again." Edward ran to the place where he used to reside, but oh, what a shock when he clambered inside. He found himself suddenly come face to face with the emu they'd brought to take Edward's place. So Edward was gone, so they found a new emu. Do you think this is exciting? Why? The emus considered each other a while. Then the new emu said with a shy little smile, "Hello, I'm Edwina. It's nice meeting you. You're the best thing I've seen since I came to the zoo." Okay, so what do you think about the ending?